Krista.
Good morning. I was just smiling listening to you describe that. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, I'm happy because to me, I am that guy who says, well, maybe I'll get into it when I see something, a glimmer that really catches my attention. This could be it. Saving time and taking away frustration. You've got a great example in how we can do that in our own homes in the kitchen with the help of AI. Can you break this down for us, Krista?
Well, I think we're all very busy parents, right? And everyone's looking for a hack as to how might I spend less time thinking or stressing about just the everyday things that are happening just every night in our households. And I've got a great one for folks if they are in a jam and already wiped out from a full day's work and come home and look at the fridge and say to themselves, what are we going to eat for dinner? Okay.
Yes.
So this is all of us. So I've got a great hack. And last week I taught everybody how to log into ChatGPT and how to just click on the little microphone feature and talk to it. Now we're going to do that again. And I want you to stand in front of your fridge and I want you to tell ChatGPT what is in your fridge. And then it's okay to admit, I'm super wiped out. Can you come up with a recipe, something quick for me and say two children? And by the way, one of them is a little picky and has got a special little things about their food that they don't like, or some things that are really regular that are consistent that they don't like to eat. Can you whip up a recipe for me that I can get done in 20 minutes and get everybody to the rink tonight? And you just hit enter and that's it. You'll get your recipe and you'll get multiple suggestions on what you can make just based on what you've got in your fridge already.
And I love this because when the Chat GPT first came out, I thought, well, I don't have to, have some help to bolster up an essay of 20 pages. I have no need for that. But every night dinner is a hassle in my house, and it's interesting because the same way, and I think this is how we have to open up our minds, Krista, is that's the application for dinner. But you could take that same lesson and move it into your business and your productivity on a daily basis. Can you make that connection for us?
100%. So now I want you to project that exact same problem except into the office and think to yourself, okay, this is how many people I have right now. This is the kind of work that we're doing. Based on everything that I've got available to me, here's the tasks and here's the things that we need to get done, or this is what we have to build. Can you make some suggestions on how we could do this so that we're working smarter, not harder? Hit enter. It's the exact same activity. So you just have to make sure what makes a really great prompt in ChatGPT, and we use these words like prompt, but actually what you're doing is you're just giving it instructions. So give it a little bit of clarity around who you are and what your role is in the environment that you're in right now. Just the basics. This is what we do. This is what our company is about. This is the primary function of this team. Here's who I've got on the team. This is their specialties. This is what they can do. You don't have to make it super personal. You don't have to say their names, but just give it that clarity, because just treat it like a junior employee. So you treat it like a junior employee in your house. When you bring a new person to the team, you're going to introduce it to everything that you do, and then give it constraints because it can think really big, right? We're tapping into a statistical machine that is the brain trust basically of the world and of the internet all time. So you got to give it some guardrails, just like you would a junior employee, and say, how might you get through these tasks that we've got to get done for the day today? It's got to be done in 3 hours and we don't want to spend any money. It's got to be for free. Can you suggest to us how we might do that step by step? And again, just the clarity, the context, and the constraints equals just more bliss, I believe, every day on the job.
Yeah, I think we all think we could use a personal assistant, not knowing that we already have them in our pockets. Thank you so much for your clarity there. AI and you, I love having these segments to educate us and make our lives easier. Thank you so much, Krista.
Anytime.
Thank you. That is Krista Hill.